Picture the scene. One day you come home and see a letter. Pick it up, look inside. An organization that has quietly stalked you tells you of the past. A creeping ever-aware eye in the shadows. Pen scribes down a mark of each interaction. The eye's gaze never leaves, nor does the pen ever miss. At least they believe so. What is this atmosphere of fear they're instilling? What's this crime that's been suspected of thee? The Finnish police started spying on the phone messages and calls of 3 individuals. To get a permit for this, the judge would need to be such that it could lead to 4 years in prison. Yet it was granted on the suspicion of vandalism based on a case from last year. Even they agreed was merely a fine-worthy disruption of order. This was obviously left out of the permit application. Okay, well, what crimes were these individuals about to commit? A protest with paint balloons filled with water-soluble paint that could be washed away. Charges were dropped the next day, and even the field themselves concluded that even if Elokapina wanted to destroy property with these balloons, they couldn't have. Remember the 4 years of prison time requirement on the suspected crime? That's usually around 20,000 euros in damages when it comes to vandalism. Here we're talking about tens, maybe hundreds of euros of washing costs. So we're clearly talking about an unlawful breach of privacy, or at least an overreach. Yet no one faces any repercussions, nor do the practices change. The state and the police are thusly, as always, above the law. The Rossers, aside from trying to save their own asses and not caring about your privacy in the least, also don't think they did anything wrong, as a crime was stopped. At least the cunt who got the permits has said so. I tried getting an interview with the Rossers, just a few simple questions over email. But they stopped answering me when they heard I'm not part of any established media. And don't think it's a police-specific thing either, by the way. Any other part of the state wouldn't give a shit of your rights either. A hierarchic organization couldn't possibly keep their greedy hands off such methods of control as these. When it comes to your privacy rights, the crumbs our oppressors have seen fit to throw us won't mean anything if they can sweep them away. And that they, at least currently, can. Spying on telecommunications has done its job as a part of the illusion of order. An illusion under which it matters less if a house burns and more that someone's held responsible. An illusion under which did you break the law matters more than what you actually did. An illusion where your privacy doesn't matter in the slightest if and when you do anything that breaks the law. But this is nothing compared to what they're trying to pass on EU scale. The chat control proposal, with which they could and would be mandated to spy on all your private messages and all your digital communications, including encrypted messages and photos. It's just a tool of control. It's not gonna make anyone safer. Except maybe those in power. Like every message you'll ever send. Think about it. But with public backlash, this has been overturned before, and we shall do so again. Make noise, contact your maps, tell your friends, etc., etc. Let's not let them get this through.